KGUN9 on your side, live at 5, starts right now.
This is a live look in Parkland, Florida, where there's a candlelight vigil for the victims of the mass shooting. This is an outdoor auditorium near the high school. Several speakers will address the crowd tonight. Every seat is filled, the audience so large it is spilled onto the sidewalk.
Are you Nicholas Jacob Cruz?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. You are charged with 17 counts of premeditated murder. I have something very important to tell you. You're charged with some very serious crimes. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up that right at any time during this hearing, whatever you say can and will be used against you in the prosecution of this case.
The 19-year-old suspect in Florida's high school massacre made his first appearance in court today. As the community grieves, new questions today about what law enforcement knew about the shooter. Hello, I'm Stella Inger.
And I'm Guy Atchley.
Investigators say the shooter was an orphan who participated in paramilitary drills with a white nationalist group. 1
year ago, he legally purchased the AR-15 rifle that he used in Wednesday's attack at his former high school. FBI is now investigating a 2017 YouTube comment posted by the shooter. It said, "I'm going to be a professional school shooter." And tonight, the sheriff releasing new information about the shooting timeline. He says the suspect arrived at the school in an Uber at 2:19. Within minutes, he went from class to class, shooting victims. He left, went to a Subway, a Walmart, and a McDonald's before he was arrested. One parent who lost her daughter has a message for the president.
I just spent the last 2 hours putting the burial arrangements for my daughter's funeral, who's 14. President Trump, please do something. Do something. Action! We need it now. These kids need safety now.
President Trump responded from the White House. He sent out a call to action to tackle the issue of mental health in the United States.
We are committed to working with state and local leaders to help secure our schools and tackle the difficult issue of mental health.
This is the fourth major shooting President Trump addressed since taking office. He did not mention guns in his remarks today. World News Tonight will have more on this high school massacre. David Muir has interviews with the survivors. That's right here on ABC, right after our newscast, coming up at 5:30. Here in Arizona, Governor Doug Ducey ordered flags at state office buildings to be lowered to half staff in honor of the victims until Monday.
We did reach out to school districts about school safety precautions. Vail School District says for nearly a decade, they have trained staff on active shooter trainings.
We empower our staff to make decisions outside the box. We don't lock them in and say, this is what you have to do in every single circumstance. If we can create layers of protection, we do that. And we talk to staff about what their options are to do that. Because if you can delay the bad guys, your chances of survival skyrocket.
While the district cannot disclose specifics, they do engage their staff on what a lockdown truly is.
And we reached out to law enforcement about how many state resource officers they have placed at local schools. Marana PD has one at Marana Middle School and one at Marana High School. Oro Valley PD has 2 SROs in each of their high schools and one in each of their public elementary or middle schools, and 2 Pima County Sheriff's deputies at SROs for the Vail School District. Almost 1 year ago, an immigration protest erupted in downtown Tucson on Congress. Remember this? And now Tucson Police, the department, is making changes on how they review incidents like this protest.
9 on your sides, Priscilla Casper is live with details on a new incident review board from TPD.
Yeah, good evening, Guy and Stella. Tucson Police Chief Chris Magnus is unveiling this. This is the Critical Incident Review Board. They were making documents public today for the first time for 2 reports. This is basically a review to look into incidents where there was a loss of life or an incident that didn't go too well, to learn what could have been done to have a better outcome in the future. Now, those 2 incident reports released. One was a fatal officer-involved vehicle accident that happened back in 2016, and like you guys said, the second was that immigration protest on Congress Street back in February of last year. Following this protest, the department issued changes to use of force training, tracking, and review. Now, this group is made up of people in the department as well as the community, and coming up at 6, we'll have more of Chief Magnus's plans for this review and how it will help the department. Reporting in downtown, Priscilla Casper, KGUN 9 on your side.
Priscilla, thank you. Well, this has not been a typical day in the desert. It's been damp and gray, and welcome.
9 on your side's Craig Smith joins us live along Pantano Wash with more on what kind of day this has been.
Well, we are here along the Pantano, right near where Speedway crosses. Now, if you look in there, in that wash, there is something we have not seen for a while: water. And while it hardly compares to monsoon, it is a welcome sight. There was enough rain to have a few downsides, like street flooding on Contractor's Way or a rock slide on the road to Mount Lemmon. But this is a rain we needed badly. And as people came to A Mountain to take in the views, they enjoyed the novelty of the cool gray fog that shrouded downtown.
That's refreshing. It's very nice. I like the weather. It's kind of gloomy outside, but you know, we like rain here in Tucson.
It's nice to see rain, period, because it's been quite a while. The years, it seems like we're getting less and less water every year.
But U of A softball fans had a disappointing day. The long rainy day made their opening day a washout. Now, there's more good reason to root for more rain here. The winter has been so dry. We've already seen some wildfires develop, and a nice, thorough drenching over the next couple of days should help knock down that danger. Reporting live, Craig Smith, KGUN 9 on your side.
Craig, thank you. So how much rain did we get? Chief Meteorologist Aaron Christensen is tracking it all for us.
You know, I think it's interesting. Craig says, hey, this doesn't really compare to monsoon, but one could argue this rain actually benefits us a lot more because it's lighter and it's more steady and it doesn't run off quite as quickly. So the water table under Arizona really does benefit. As of this afternoon, Tucson's airport 1 3/10, but Mount Lemmon, one of the alert gauges there, has picked up almost 7 1/4 inches worth of rain. It's no wonder that we are seeing those rock slides. The rain now starting to shift a little bit to the east. We do, however, expect a 20% chance for rain yet overnight and then to develop again tomorrow afternoon. So will this impact opening day for the rodeo? That's coming up.
Aaron, thank you. It's an Arizona rival face-off.
This is a live look inside Tempe's Wells Fargo Arena. Arizona basketball plays tonight at ASU. A live report from Erica Weston is next. You're watching KGUN 9 on your side.
Arizona State's Wells Fargo Arena has jokingly been referred to as McHale Center North. However, ASU has a newfound home court advantage.
And tonight, the first place Wildcats will face a resurgent Sun Devil team with a sold-out arena. 9 on your side's Erica Weston joins us live from Tempe.
Thank you, Guy. That's right. But it's always fun for Arizona fans to welcome ASU head coach Bobby Hurley to Tucson. But tonight, Hurley gets to return the favor and welcome the Arizona faithful to the Wells Fargo Arena. It will be a gold out in Tempe tonight, which is, of course, nothing new for the Wildcats. Always a hostile environment on the road. And Hurley also played his college basketball at Duke, so he is no stranger to the fun involved with college basketball rivalries.
You know, I just always liked that I encountered so many North Carolina fans that said to me after my career that, hey, you know, you were one of my favorite Duke players, you know, just how you played and how you competed. So I'm just going to wait for the day that an Arizona fan will say that to me. I don't know. I don't think it's coming anytime soon, though.
Yeah, that probably won't be happening anytime soon. But when the two teams met back on December 30th to open up conference play, had ASU won that game, they likely would have become the #1 team in the country. They didn't. They, of course, have lost 6 conference games, so a win tonight for either team would bode well for their seeding in the Pac-12 tournament in a couple of weeks. Guys, Stella, back to you.
Thanks, Erica. Tonight's game between the 17th ranked Wildcats and 25th ranked Sun Devils tips off 7 p.m. You can watch it at ESPN.
And tonight's game may be the most expensive home basketball game in Sun Devil history. The average ticket price for the game on reseller site vividseats.com is $108. That's $22 more than the previous average high for an ASU home game on that site, and it's going to be sold out.
You know it. Let's go to Aaron now.
Well, we're still fogged in here in Tucson. Can't even see the Catalinas from our station here at Speedway and Cold. Rain and fog will continue, but when will our skies clear out? That's coming up after the break.
Outrage over this disturbing photo depicting a racist symbol at a Phoenix area high school. Look at this. Paradise Valley students lying down to form a swastika. The administration is investigating, the school administration, and they say the students will be disciplined. The Senate rejected a bipartisan immigration plan today.
The plan offered a pathway to citizenship for the nearly 2 million undocumented immigrants who were brought to the U.S. as children. The plan also doled out $25 billion for border security and decreased the number of green cards handed out per year. The plan was 6 votes short of the 60 needed for it to pass through the Senate.
Republican Marilyn Wiles joins the list of candidates running to replace Martha McSally in the U.S. Congressional District 2. That includes part of Tucson and Cochise County. Wiles operates a management consulting firm here in Tucson.
Now, KGUN9 on your side. First warning weather. Brought to you by Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson.
Nice change. How long is this rain going to stick around for?
Well, we do have some off and on showers expected through the evening, and then a bit of a break tomorrow. And believe it or not, resuming again tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
But a slim chance. So we'll kind of give you the timeline of that in just a moment. But Vail today under a veil of fog, that is. Tom Amber took this photo and also emailed in a rain report at his house, which is just about a mile from Colossal Cave, picking up 1.5 inches worth of rain there over the last 48 hours or so. And most of these rainfall totals are 48 hours. Again, at Tucson's airport, 1 3/10, over 7 inches worth of rain recorded at the Mount Lemmon gauge. Dragoon over 12 inches, or 2 inches rather, 2 1200ths, 2 inches worth for Nogales. Vail 1.5, 1 2/10, thanks to my weather spotter near Amato there. And this is sort of a conglomeration of Pima County Flood Control District sites, as well as National Weather Service and some of the spotter reports as of this afternoon. And we do still have rain falling at Tucson's airport. It's light, but we'll take it. This is the kind of rain that really does benefit us a lot more than that torrential downpouring type stuff we get or have a tendency to receive during monsoon, because that runs off and somebody downstream from us tends to benefit. 56 degrees right now at Tucson's airport. Wind is from the north, 5 miles per hour. Humidity, a very sticky 93%. When we take a statewide and regional view of our clouds and our rain, we can see it's starting to wane just a little bit. Still pretty strong to the east and south of Tucson for Santa Cruz and Cochise counties, but becoming a bit more spotty in nature here across eastern Pima County. Futurecast, giving us a look into the next 48 hours, does show the clouds trying to break up tomorrow morning. But then as we advance this out through the afternoon, we see those overcast skies quickly filling back in, and then some showers across eastern Pima and Cochise counties, even into Santa Cruz County by 3:30 in the afternoon, and then really starting to shift to our east by 8 o'clock in the evening. So interestingly enough, we'll get a little bit of a break from the rain tomorrow during the first half of the day, and then perhaps picking up again, mainly south and east sides of town. If you live on the northwest side of town, you might not even see any more rain after tonight. So again, just to reiterate, don't dump the umbrella just yet. 20% chance you'll still want it here overnight, and then a 20% chance you'll want it tomorrow afternoon. 67 degrees for a high. Wind tomorrow in the afternoon from the northwest about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Across the rest of southern Arizona, 58 for Tombstone, 63 for Douglas, 59 tomorrow in Sierra Vista, but 66 Green Valley. Marana and Nogales both topping out in the low 60s. 62 for the 3 Points area. Close to 70 in Sells, 61 Thatcher, 66 Mammoth, 63 Oro Valley, and 67 again for Tucson. Now this weekend, a lot of folks want to head out to the rodeo. They're concerned that it's going to get rained out. We are expecting a drying and warming trend to take over. Saturday, sunny, 71, Sunday, 72, and partly cloudy skies. Here's the 7-day forecast now. Temperatures again warming to the 70s this weekend, but cooling back down to the 60s for next work week, beginning Monday, 69 and mostly sunny President's Day. Guy, Stella.
Aaron, thank you. McDonald's is changing its Happy Meal menu to become healthier.
McDonald's says cheeseburgers will be available only if requested by the customer. The small French fries will be replaced with kid-sized fries in the 6-piece Chicken McNugget meal. The Happy Meal combos will be 600 calories or below by June. A warning from U.S. intelligence agencies: do not buy smartphones made by certain Chinese tech companies. Those companies include Huawei and Say. Officials say the Chinese smartphone makers pose a security threat to American customers.
Still ahead, it is a moment that is circulating around the world.
At first I was scared, and then it was like, oh my goodness, I can breathe and I can still breathe and I'm still taking in all this air. It was overwhelming, and it was incredible.
Why this woman has a new lease on life when 9 on Your Side continues. Coming up at 6, after the tragic event that unfolded in Florida yesterday, one local school district now knows the importance of their training, how it sets them apart. Tonight on KGUN9 on Your Side at 6.
You're watching KGUN9 on Your Side.
A study shows compassion may be the key to success and happiness.
Researchers say compassionate people tend to be more forgiving of others and have a strong sense of life purpose. So to become more compassionate, try meditating and positive thinking about people in your life. That will reportedly help broaden your attention and sense of well-being.
A video gone viral showing a powerful post-surgery moment. Jennifer Jones says she will never forget about her first breath with her new lungs.
That moment of taking that the first breath of air for so long. I have not been able to breathe like that.
The surgery was last October, and now Jennifer says she's able to live a normal life with 93% lung function.
Your final forecast is next. And another live look at Parkland, Florida. This is a candlelight vigil for the victims of the mass shooting. This is an outdoor auditorium near the high school. Nearly every seat is filled. The audience is so large it spilled onto the sidewalk. The entire community there wanting to honor the 17 victims murdered.
World News Tonight will have more on the high school massacre. David Muir has interviews with the survivors. That's right here on ABC after this newscast coming up next at 5:30.
Don't ditch the umbrella. We still have a chance for rain yet overnight at 20%. And then tomorrow afternoon, also at 20%. I'd expect to see more clouds than anything else across Tucson tomorrow, mainly south and east of Tucson. That is where we have the best chance for measurable rain tomorrow afternoon. And a warming trend, 67 for a high tomorrow, and then back to the low 70s this weekend. Back to the 60s, though, next work week, starting on Monday for President's Day. 69, mostly sunny, down to 64 and sunny Tuesday.
Aaron, thank you.
And thank you for watching.
World News Tonight is next. We'll see you back here at 6.